Why does Jenna Ortega refuse to date Emma Myers? It's the burning question fans can't stop asking. From Wednesday interviews to live streams, Jenna and Emma's chemistry looks way too real to be just acting. Their bond is protective, affectionate, and undeniably special. But here's the twist. As much as fans want them to be Hollywood's next big couple, Jenna has made one thing clear: she refuses to call it dating. And the deeper you look, the more you realize this refusal isn't about distance. It's about something far more complicated. Because what Jenna and Emma share might be too powerful, too rare, and too vulnerable to survive under a label. By the end of this video, you'll see exactly why Jenna Ortega refuses to date Emma Myers, and why that decision might mean more than romance itself. It all started with a Zoom chemistry read. Emma Myers, nervous and starstruck, accidentally cut Jenna off mid-sentence. She thought she ruined everything. But instead of being annoyed, Jenna admitted later that she felt protective of Emma in that moment. That protectiveness didn't fade. During 8 long months of filming Wednesday in Romania, far from family and friends, Jenna and Emma became inseparable. Crew members noticed they had their own language, their own inside jokes, even their own way of communicating silently. Fans noticed too. When the show dropped, clips of Jenna watching Emma during interviews went viral. Entire TikTok pages were dedicated to dissecting every glance, every smile, every protective move Jenna made to shield Emma during press tours. For fans, the evidence stacked up like a love story. But for Jenna, it was never that simple. To understand why Jenna refuses to date Emma, you first have to understand Jenna herself. She's one of the most private stars in Hollywood. Unlike many young actors, Jenna avoids sharing personal details online. She doesn't flaunt relationships. She doesn't feed tabloids. Whenever she's linked to male co-stars like Percy Hines-White or Jacob Sartorius, she's quick to shut it down. We're just friends. She never lets rumors breathe. But here's what fans noticed. She never says just friends when Emma's name comes up. She calls her special. She calls her different. She calls her essential. That careful choice of words is exactly why fans are convinced, but also why Jenna refuses to call Emma her girlfriend, because the second she does, privacy vanishes. On Dax Shepard's Armchair Expert podcast, Jenna admitted something shocking. She said, "I don't think I've ever been so protective of somebody. I think about her all the time. I only ever want to make sure she's okay and good." That kind of confession would normally be enough to confirm a romance. But look carefully. Jenna never said the word dating. She never even used the word love. What she described wasn't attraction. It was protection. And that's the crucial difference. In Jenna's world, being protective doesn't automatically mean she wants a relationship. It means she cares deeply, maybe even unconditionally, but not romantically. For Jenna, refusing to date Emma is her way of protecting her, not rejecting her. One of the most shocking revelations came when Jenna casually admitted she used to send Emma daily voice memos. Not texts, not occasional check-ins, every single morning. Sometimes even songs she made up just to make Emma smile. Fans lost their minds. Viral tweets read, "Daily voice memos? That's girlfriend behavior. Case closed." But here's what everyone missed. Jenna immediately clarified, "I've never had the urge to do this for anybody else." That's not a love confession. That's a statement of confusion, of newness. Jenna herself didn't even know what to call this connection, which is exactly why she refuses to label it as dating. Because if Jenna can't define it, why would she let the internet define it for her? August 2025. A live stream with Jenna and Emma, laughing and answering fan questions. Then the inevitable pops up in the chat. Are you two dating? Most celebrities would laugh it off, deny it, end the speculation. But Jenna didn't. She paused, looked at Emma, and said, "You carry this elegance and poise with you that I really admire." Fans froze. Emma blushed. The clip spread everywhere. Body language experts dissected their eye contact like it was a crime scene. But once again, no confirmation. Jenna didn't say yes. She didn't say girlfriend. She didn't say dating. And that silence wasn't an accident. It was a choice. Jenna refuses to confirm because confirming would destroy the very thing she's trying to protect. Here's where it gets deeper. In Hollywood, relationships are currency. Celebrities use romance to generate headlines, build clout, and sell projects. Fans know this, tabloids know this, and stars know this. But Jenna Ortega has always played the opposite game. She avoids romance because she doesn't want her career reduced to who she's dating. For her, Emma isn't a marketing tool. She's not clickbait. She's real. And that's the exact reason Jenna refuses to date Emma publicly. She knows the second she admits anything, it stops being theirs and starts belonging to Hollywood. For Jenna, refusing to date Emma isn't about saying no, it's about keeping her safe from the machine. Of course, fans aren't all on the same page. The internet has split into two camps. The believers, those convinced Jenna and Emma are secretly dating, pointing to every voice memo, live stream, and cryptic Emma tweet as proof. The skeptics, those who argue Jenna's protectiveness is misunderstood and that she's simply redefining what deep friendship can look like. The divide only makes the story bigger. The more Jenna refuses to clarify, the more fans argue, speculate, and create theories. And that might be the real genius of her refusal, because it keeps everyone guessing while protecting the truth. Just last week, Jenna gave what fans are calling her most revealing statement to date. On a podcast, she said, "I've learned that protecting the people you love is more important than protecting your image." When asked who taught her that, Jenna didn't hesitate. "Someone who showed me unconditional love." Fans instantly assumed she meant Emma, but once again, Jenna didn't use the word dating. She didn't call her a girlfriend. She framed it as unconditional love, something beyond labels. And that's the ultimate reason Jenna refuses to date Emma, because what they have doesn't fit in Hollywood's tiny boxes. There's another layer fans often forget. Jenna is one of the fastest rising stars in Hollywood. She's already headlined one of Netflix's biggest hits. She's tied to multiple franchises, and studios are building billion-dollar projects around her name. Dating rumors, especially same-sex ones, can become industry headlines overnight. Jenna knows this. If she confirmed a romance with Emma, it wouldn't just be about their bond. It would instantly become a cultural talking point. And Jenna has made it clear. She doesn't want her career defined by who she dates. So refusing to date Emma publicly is also a career shield, a way to keep her work front and center. So where does that leave Jenna and Emma? Fans see chemistry. They see love. They see something rare. But Jenna's refusal to date Emma might actually be proof of how important the connection is. Because if it were casual, if it were just for fun, Jenna wouldn't hesitate to label it. The refusal itself shows that this bond is sacred, fragile, and worth protecting at all costs. Sometimes refusing to date isn't a rejection at all. It's the strongest way of saying this is bigger than romance. Why does Jenna Ortega refuse to date Emma Myers? It's the burning question fans can't stop asking. From Wednesday interviews to live streams, Jenna and Emma's chemistry looks way too real to be just acting. Their bond is protective, affectionate, and undeniably special. But here's the twist. As much as fans want them to be Hollywood's next big couple, Jenna has made one thing clear. She refuses to call it dating. And the deeper you look, the more you realize this refusal isn't about distance. It's about something far more complicated. Because what Jenna and Emma share might be too powerful, too rare, and too vulnerable to survive under a label. By the end of this video, you'll see exactly why Jenna Ortega refuses to date Emma Myers, and why that decision might mean more than romance itself.